Elon Musk reacted to a viral monologue from Jimmy Kimmel and posted a short line that set the tone. Musk wrote, "Jimmy Kimmel is disgusting." He kept the message tight and pushed it under the original clip. Kimmel's framing accused conservatives of spinning the case and seeking political points. Alex Christie shared the monologue video and highlighted the framing that sparked anger. By replying directly, Musk's name was locked to the clip as it spread. The show's social feeds faced immediate backlash from viewers who rejected the framing. That one sharp sentence shifted attention straight back to the monologue itself. Also, Alex Christie's post served as the spark that moved the debate beyond fans of late-night TV. Christie posted the monologue clip that sparked the backlash and tagged the segment's key claims. Musk replied under that post and condemned the segment in plain terms. His reaction made the clip travel further as people quoted his line. Commenters rallied under Christie's thread and argued about basic facts in the case. Kimmel's point that conservatives were exploiting the moment sat at the center of those arguments. Musk pushed back by attaching his name and calling the framing dishonest in effect. This shows why one reply under the first clip made the dispute larger. In addition, the Hodge twins reposted the same clip with a blunt caption that accused Kimmel of lying. Musk jumped into that version as well and kept his message even shorter. He wrote one word under it and called the clip terrible. The one-word rebuke matched the tone of anger in the thread. The repetition mattered because it showed intent, not a one-off reaction. The Hodge twins' audience pushed the clip into another large circle of viewers. Those viewers engaged with the same claim about political spin and motive. That is why the reaction hardened across multiple posts in a single day. Moreover, the viral moment moved from one thread to a broader public fight that reached the show's orbit. Major accounts replayed the clip, and Kimmel's team saw the pushback in replies. The show's official pages faced pointed demands to address the framing on air. Producers and hosts became part of the story as critics tagged them by name. The online surge also pulled in commentators who compared the lines to earlier segments. Musk's initial replies kept getting cited as people reviewed the monologue again. The network was not the only focus, but the show's platform carried the clip to a wide audience. That single reply is what blew the dispute up. After this, Musk began highlighting posts that he considered proof of a darker reaction to Charlie Kirk's death. He flagged a post by Nathan Gaydens who wrote about wanting the shooting video to brighten a mood. Musk labeled him evil and held up the post as a clear line being crossed. His reply made Gaydens' words an example of what he wanted to show. The focus stayed on the human cost and the tone of celebration after a killing. People saw Musk call someone out directly with blunt moral language. The example carried weight because it showed a real account and a direct response. This made the argument more serious by tying general claims to specific posts. At the same time, Musk reacted to a clip of Catherine Sauer, a professor who mocked Kirk's children. He called that tone evil and said it crossed a line of decency. The comment focused on family and grief rather than politics alone. His reply framed the professor's words as part of the same pattern of cruelty. The post traveled fast and drew more replies that echoed his point. People cited the name and the original clip in their own reactions. The move from general critique to named examples kept the story concrete. It helps explain the tension that followed as more accounts were pulled into view. Furthermore, Musk widened the pattern with short replies to other harsh posts. He reacted to a hostile student video by posting "exactly," which signaled agreement with the critique of the student's tone. He also replied to a GLAD-aligned statement that justified violence and wrote "shame on them." Those replies placed names and groups next to moral language from Musk. The thread of examples showed celebration or contempt rather than sober grief. Readers could see a list of distinct cases rather than vague claims. The approach made his broader point feel supported by on-screen evidence. That is why the audience noticed the remark and kept reposting the list. With that, Musk balanced the condemnations by lifting up tributes that honored Kirk. He endorsed Sean Maguire's note praising that Kirk's character and wrote true. He also amplified Terrence Williams, who shared a personal story about friendship and loss. Musk replied that Kirk was a good man and kept the tone respectful. He chose those messages to show decency in the middle of noise. The contrast between praise for mourners and shame for celebrators stood out. The pairing made the case that basic decency still mattered after the killing. This shows why the contrast helped his argument about standards. In addition, Musk added a short call for leaders to set standards for speech after violence. He argued that words from big stages shape public behavior in real time. The point tied back to the monologue and its framing of motives. He warned that public jokes or smears could make cruelty feel normal. That note echoed through replies and discussed what hosts should say in tense weeks. The call was not a law, it was a request for norms and restraint. The framing kept the focus on human cost and plain rules of respect. It explains why he repeated the point as the clips kept circulating. Finally, Musk's replies turned a late-night segment into a national story with named examples. The show's reaction and the public blowback showed how quickly the fallout spread. Musk closed the loop by highlighting mourners and calling for standards from large platforms.